Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video tutorial. This will be part number 35 in dubious positions and how to attack them. Again, I would like to express my thanks, gratitude to Grandmaster Xiangqi and Master Yan Wenqing on allowing me to use their material to make this series of videos. So without further ado, let us begin. Central cannon, screen house defense, red chooses the 7th pawn, black does likewise, a plus 7 instead of across river, the pawn rank chariot variation, a4 plus 5. Now this would be the dubious move in this board. Instead of attacking with c2 plus 4, which is usually advocated in this situation, whereby black can go for the pawn rank, double pawn rank cannons. Black decided to consolidate his defense with a4 plus 5. Unfortunately, red had not shown how his attack will go, and defending in such a manner will actually give red plenty of time to adjust his attack to be much more precise. And if he wanted to defend, e3 plus 5 would have been a better move. Now, because a4 plus 5 was played, red could now adjust his attack accordingly. So in this board, because a4 plus 5, there will be a threat of a smarted cannon checkmate. That is why red will attack with c8 plus 2. Now, with c8 plus 2, red would offer trade-off pawns and immediately pressure the elephant over here and allow for development of his material on this flank. So red would tailor his strategy in a very precise manner. Now, black continues to develop his material with e3 plus 5, trying to this would be a prophylactic move to try to link the elephants together. Now, if c2 plus 2 were played, as black would attempt to play h7 plus 8 to attack the chariot, red would play c8 plus 6 immediately, threatening to attack the horse, forcing the horse there. But because the red, at this point in time, black would be prepared to play p7 plus 1 to dislodge the red chariot. However, because the red cannon was already at the riverbank, black could easily offer a trade-off horses, and after trading horses, the red chariot would be pinning two of black's major pieces, and it would be very hard for black to try to shake off this pin, and red will enjoy a huge advantage. So that is why c2 plus 2 is not advocated. p3 plus 1 as planned. This would be the position of discussion for this board, as red offered a trade of pawns to attack and concentrate material on this flank as planned. The two major variations that were discussed, the first would be p7 plus 1, the second would be c2 plus 2. Now, before we continue, would r1 plus 4 to develop the chariot be a good idea? The answer would be no, because red would push the pawn forward, and after trading pawns, black's elephant is not at a desirable position. This position will be weakened, and red would now play h7 plus 6 to attack the chariot with c5 equals to 6 later on. Red would gain tempo, as black would need to make another one move to position his elephants properly, and black would be in trouble because this chariot would not have any good space for further development. R4 plus 5, if we will move to the riverbank, they will not have many good intersections to continue developing. So, in variation 1, p7 plus 1, black accepts the trade of pawns. Capture. And black tries to slow down the development of red's pieces with c2 plus 4. This will discourage a7 plus 6 from happening. Now, it would not be a good idea to push c8 plus 4 because red would immediately play h3 plus 4 to attack. Let's say a trade of material. and after in the process of doing so, black's position would contain many weaknesses. It would be very hard for black to cover up the weaknesses later on. So c8 plus 4 is not a good idea. What about c2 plus 4? Again, if c2 plus 4 were played, black would immediately attack the horse. This is a tightly knit move. He cannot take his time to play red cannot take his time and play c9 equals to 8 because black will be given a chance to go for the double pawn rank cannons, and suddenly the space for development will be greatly decreased for red. So with this move, red will be prepared to play r2 equals to 3, and black would choose to play h7 plus 6 because of course this would not be desirable. Now is c8 equals to 9 an option? Let us see. r2 equals to 3. Red would adjust his formation. Black's pieces are basically pinned and constrained without having any good moves to make. So red would have the obvious advantage. e7 plus 6 to try to dislodge the red chariot. Counter chase. And after a series of repetitions. Now according to the Chinese rules, black must change his moves as he will be attacking red's pieces. Now, the World Xiangqi Federation rules that I use now, I have to check the book and to see if it's feasible. But for the sake of discussion, we'll follow the moves that were given in the book. Okay, r9 equals to 8, r1 equals to 2, and c5 equals to 6. Now, this is a very nice move by red to try to switch his formation. Now, there's no need to explain, not much explanation needed, because since the central file was not a viable option, by adjusting his formation, red will have more options for attack later on. But there is some knowledge, there is some skill in how to move the cannon. c5 plus 4 would be a very bad idea because black could continue with r8 plus 1 and prepare to trade cannons, and he would have an attack going on. So that is why, comparatively speaking, c5 equals to 6 is much better because black could consolidate his cannon rank by moving or linking up the elephants over here. So after a few more rounds, by retreating the cannon, black would try to give protection to this chariot, which is known as giving a root to the piece, and red will counter by attacking the horse. Black would try to protect the horse in this manner, but red would go for a trade, and after trading material, it is fairly obvious that red would have the huge advantage because now the chariot will still be attacking the cannon. Now if black captured the cannon, red will be attacking, and black would have to move the cannon, and red will enjoy huge advantage. Now, if black moved the cannon away, he will lose an elephant, and losing both elephants so early in the game would of course be not ideal. So this would be variation A. Now, in variation B, c2 plus 2 was played as black tried to counter aggressively, hoping to play h7 plus 8. Red would counter with r2 plus 6, and black would counter with h7 plus 6. Black would hope that this move would more or less limit the pressure of the red chariot. Now p7 plus 1 would not be a good idea because red would capture the pawn, and again this would be something similar to the previous variation. In this board, r2 minus 3 is played. r2 equals to 4 is not a good idea, as black could offer trade-off material, And after sacrificing a horse, the pawn would charge forward, and black would be able to gain some form of compensation after losing the horse. And this would be a very sticky situation, and one that black can be satisfied with, even though he had lost the horse. So r2 minus 3 to prevent the horse from moving. Red attacks. Again, p3 h3 plus 4, attacking the cannon. Check, and gaining material. Again, the chariot will now be a very threatening piece over here. Red forestalls the enemy, and with a show of strength, gains an elephant in the process and still has an advantageous position. So this would be, that is why p7 plus 1 is not advocated. So h7 plus 6, hoping to push the pawn forward and create some more or less some form of counter. p3 plus 1. Red would now attack with h3 plus 2. Black would have to play h6 plus 7 to try to attack the elephant. He should not play he should not play c7 plus 1 thinking that he could gain material, because red would simply play r2 equals to 3. The red horse will still be attacking the cannon. Attacking the cannon. And red will still control the entire situation nicely. He will refuse to budge. He will refuse to budge and pin the black cannon and chariot as best as he can. So c7 plus 1 is not viable. Instead, black must play h6 plus 7, forcing the elephant away. And black will defend his mana. And at this point, both colors will be pestering each other, but black's biggest worry would be the cannon and chariot at its file, which would have a very hard time trying to shake off the pin by the red chariot. The red horse will also be attacking, and at this point in time, the black horse cannot do much. So red would have the initiative. Now, the main thing about this board is that black had played a4 plus 5 too early. Thus, his defense or his entire position formation will be made very easily known to red very easily, and red could style his attack accordingly. As can be seen in variation B, black's position is quite it's not nice, it's a little bit messy. So the takeaway lesson from this board is that moving the advisor so early may not necessarily always provide some form of defense. Instead, the weaknesses in your formation could be revealed very early, and the enemy could exploit it nicely. So let us review this board from the eyes of black. Okay, central cannon, screen house defense, 7th pawn. Red goes for balanced development of both boards, and in this board, instead of c2 plus 4 for the double pawn rank cannons, black goes for a4 plus 5, and this would be the dubious move. Immediately, red goes for c8 plus 2. Red continues to strengthen his central file. Red offers a trade of pawns to free his horse and also add pressure on this flank. Variation A, p7 plus 1. Variation B, c2 plus 2. Variation A, after trading pawns, black will attempt to counter with c2 plus 4. c8 plus 4 is not a good idea because red's position will be all sorts of trouble. It will be very hard for black to try to tackle the issue of his horse and cannon being attacked at the same time. 2 plus 6, threatening to play r2 equals to 3. h7 plus 6 to try to dislodge the chariot, and after some waltzing around, according to Chinese rules, h6 plus 7, black must change, and he would have to play h6 plus 7. 9 equals to 8, 1 equals to 2, c5 equals to 6, c5 equals to 4 is not a good idea because black would be prepared to play ca plus 1 to attack with ra plus 1. And after trade of material, red would have gained an elephant and still be attacking. Variation B, c2 plus 2. Again, red attacks aggressively, h7 plus 6, p3 plus 1. Now black would be prepared to capture the elephant and thus capture the chariot. But red will simply move the horse away, 6 plus 7. And red would have a nice defensive formation. Black would not have any targets for attack, and his left flank was still pinned, and under attack. So I hope you've enjoyed this short video. If you like the work that I've been doing, please do subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. Thank you.